Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about the 3 things you should know about insuring your camper. So the first one is know how it's insured. What I mean by that is, do you have replacement cost? Do you have actual cash value? Or do you have an agreed amount for that camper? So we'll start with agreed amount. Again, it is choosing the amount you want covered for that camper. So if you paid $20,000 for it and you want to make sure I'm getting that $20,000 back, you can choose an agreed amount with some companies. Next is actual cash value. That's typically what you'll see as that camper ages and it decreases in value. So if you paid $20,000 for it, 5 years down the road, it's worth $15,000. That means if you have a total loss, they're going to cut you a check for $15,000. And on the replacement cost side, if you've got a new camper, a lot of times there's a window that you can add replacement cost where they will pay you what you paid for that or what it would cost to replace that. So it's important to know those differences and make sure you know what you've got on there. The second thing you want to make sure on is really just a kind of just knowing that you've got liability coverage that will extend from your vehicle that you're pulling the camper with. So making sure you've got enough liability coverage on the auto, but if that camper detaches while you're driving down the road and causes an accident, it's your auto policy that's paying for that. If you've got a motorhome and you're driving that, you do want to make sure you've got adequate liability coverage for that. The third piece is personal contents coverage. So a lot of people will store TVs, they'll store lots of, it can be games, clothes, all that stuff adds up. So you want to make sure you've got adequate coverage on your camper. So if you have a loss, that camper's paying for that, so you're not pulling in the home to cover your contents when it's a small amount. Because a lot of times there won't be enough contents coverage for you to file a home claim. So it's important to make sure you've got enough contents coverage on the camper. So those are the 3 things you want to make sure you've got covered properly. If you've got questions on camper insurance, feel free to reach out to us at Paulson Insurance. Thanks.